Probably, it's up there. It may be my worst mistake ever that I made since I started my Etsy business. Hey, what's up everyone? LL here. I am finally in my new house. Thank God. It's been a whirlwind. I am trying to get my new garage workshop squared away so I can catch up on my orders for Christmas, because I decided to move in Christmas and there's a ton of orders to fulfill. So I changed over my shop, or my workshop, from my in-laws to here. I got everything moved with the trailer. So now I am trying to set everything up. As you can see, I got stuff everywhere. Actually, I tidied it up a little bit before I started recording, just to kind of get some type of organization going on, because it was super chaotic and I didn't know where to put stuff. I'm still trying to figure it out. I don't know if this is the best setup for efficiency or not. So I'm still trying to work that out and get everything set up, squared away. Right now I'm obviously multitasking and talking to you guys, which is going all right, I guess. You know, I only got one hand, which makes things a little bit harder. Honestly, this was, sorry, I'm trying to get this out of the bag here. To be perfectly honest, recording today was not something I wanted to do, because I feel super overwhelmed and I have a lot to catch up on. And what makes it worse is I tried to catch up on my orders before I moved to give me like a 2-day, 3-day buffer. And somehow I printed out, usually how I do it is when I print out my list of stuff, I go to Etsy and I have a spreadsheet and I just copy over everything into a spreadsheet, and then I alphabetize it in case I'm doing the same type of designs. And then I print that out, and that's what I work from. Somehow I must have printed an old sheet, and it went to my old printer that I disconnected and had to reconnect. So basically it was the same printer, but it was showing up twice, and the one wasn't connected because I was using a different Wi-Fi. It ended up printing out the wrong list somehow. I'm not even sure how the heck it did it. And I worked for 3 hours on Monday and printed a bunch of shirts for orders, got home and realized that literally none of the stuff that I printed for 3 hours was what I needed for my bunch of 30, 40 orders to fulfill that day. So I literally worked for nothing, and I have a bunch of shirts for orders that I don't have. So a bunch of extra overstock now. Very frustrating. Probably, it's up there. It may be my worst mistake ever that I made since I started my Etsy business, because literally I'm talking about hundreds of dollars worth of inventory now that I have that's wasted because of a printer issue, my own dumbness. I don't even know. And the dumbness is not even a word. I don't even know. Something I did. I can only can blame myself. I can't blame anyone else. So that's what happened. That's what I'm dealing with. So I got to catch up on those orders today, and I got to catch up on the new stuff, because the deadline for shipping for Christmas is coming up. Here's a whole tote. Oh my God, I can't carry that. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. All right, I had a whole tote of supplies that I definitely couldn't carry with one hand, so I needed both hands. So yeah, that's what we're dealing with today, is basically catch-up day. Uh-oh. What the hell's going on here? Oh my God. So I guess there was, look at this batch of crap. It's all my supplies. Something was leaking in there, and it was making a spray sound, so it's probably sprayed over all my supplies. And I have electronics in there too, of course, because I decided to put some of my camera equipment in there to save space. Oh, Jesus. This is, oh my God. All right, let's see if any of my camera equipment got ruined. I don't even know what was spraying in here. What the hell? All right, you're doing good. I put my camera stuff on top because I figured that something was gonna leak or something was gonna go wrong, and I was right. So yeah, the shipping deadline is coming up. I think I did an podcast episode on it. I think it's the 15th. 15th for first class and 17th for USPS priority. But don't quote me on that because I don't have it in front of me, but you guys can easily look it up when the deadline is for basically for guaranteed delivery so people get stuff by Christmas. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'll make sure that I am getting everything in the mail as soon as possible. Just especially in case there's like problems. People ordered something that was the wrong size. People make mistakes around the holidays too, and they want the correct stuff or they want it fixed. So I try to be able to do that for them, even if it's their mistake. And because I want to make sure that they're happy for Christmas. So that's what I am working with. Oh, I'm struggling today. I'm trying to get things, the top off there, trying to find all my stuff. So all this just so I can start working for another 4 or 5 hours to try and catch up on these orders, which is going to be fun. So here's what I'm working with today. I got to fulfill all these. So all that writing is orders. Each of those is many orders I got to start on. So honestly, it's super overwhelming. And when it's hard when you're this overwhelmed. Like sometimes I just don't even want to do anything because I'm like, oh, screw it, because I'm so freaking overwhelmed. But it is what it is. So I think I got things arranged where I can at least work functionally, somewhat functionally. That's trying to figure out where I'm reaching for stuff and where it makes sense. Things are like spread out. People are mowing outside. So we're still doing a lot of building in my new neighborhood, so it's very loud. A lot of dump trucks, cement trucks, a lot of that, which you may or may not be able to hear. I'm not sure if the camera, let's see if this camera is good enough where you can still hear me, or you can hear this huge dump truck going through right now. Freaking loud. Jesus, I don't even know what's going on out there. So yeah, there's a whole nother second phase that they're building, and that's something that I'm gonna be dealing with for a while, but that's fine. It's par for the course. I'm just happy to be in their new house, so hopefully some of this chaos can chill out. So I've been spending so we've been here, what's today? I'm recording this on Thursday. So literally I've been here about a little over a week. I've been installing, mounting TVs, trying to get my office set up. Got a pretty cool accent wall for my office, so you guys should be seeing that soon if you listen or not listen, watch the podcast. If you're listening to it, you're not going to be able to see things unless you're superhuman. You got some special skills. So just trying to get the house functional, and then I got the floor epoxied of the garage. I don't know if you guys can see that, which is pretty cool. I wanted to make sure this time my garage was at least set up with epoxy, because I drop paint and all kinds of stuff on the floor, so it's easier to clean up, doesn't seep in. The only bad thing about that was it takes 5 days to cure. So I literally couldn't move any of my work stuff in for 5 days, which I had to wait. I was working at my in-laws, which was fine, so I just had to wait the 5 days, and then finally once the 5 days was up, got everything together, rented a trailer and moved over everything 2 days ago. I've been doing other things, so I haven't got a chance to work in here yet, but I am down to the wire, as I said, so I need to catch up and try to find the screens that I'm looking for and start printing. Everything's all out of whack. You get used to where everything's located, no matter, even if it's a different workspace. I was working at my in-laws for 4 months or so I was like, finally got used to where everything was located, and now I am back to square one. Really what I need to do is alphabetize these screens. There's hundreds of them, and it's going to take a while, and I honestly don't have time to do it right now, even though it's costing me more time to look for a couple of minutes for each screen sometimes because I can't freaking find it. especially when I'm talking and trying to find it too. So, but yeah, I just have handwritten on here what the design is, and they're not alphabetized or anything, so it's very dumb on my part. For efficiency purposes, I need to alphabetize these things so I know where things are at, and I can do this a lot faster than I'm doing it, because time is money. And oh, look, I almost got my head in the way. I didn't even take this tag down. This is for the garage door. I can program it to Wi-Fi, I guess, which is pretty cool, so I don't need a garage door opener, but literally haven't gotten around doing that. It's been crazy. I've been working like 12-hour days trying to get things together. Haven't had a reprieve at all. It's been like going, like non-freaking stop. And then, last thing I want to do is do actual work like I'm doing today, because there's still so much I need to do for the house, but I cannot push these orders back anymore. It's a terrible time of year. I thought about putting, it's loud. I thought about putting my shop on vacation mode, but as you guys know, or if you listen to me in the past, I really am not a big proponent of that, just because it takes all your listings out of SEO, out of the algorithm, out of search. All that hard work you put in, it's going to take all that stuff out. And then when you come back off vacation mode, it's going to take the algorithm a while to re-rank, categorize your stuff. It's not going to go back to where it was. So I really don't want to risk that. It should eventually go back to where it was, but it could take weeks, especially this time of year. I was not willing to sacrifice all this traffic, all these sales, so I made it a little bit more chaotic for myself, but I really didn't want to sacrifice the sales, especially with moving. There's a lot of extra expenses, a lot of stuff that I need to buy for the house, a lot of extra things that come into play when you're moving, like extra expenses. So I really didn't want to have to sacrifice that. Why is this loose? My one platen on here is loose. I don't know what the heck is this. Are the screws loose? That's freaking weird. Yeah, the screws are loose. Oh, Jesus. So I gotta tighten these screws for this platen, because if anything moves when you're screen printing, even the least amount, it will basically look like your design is 3D. It'll mess up your design. So you cannot have anything move. It has to be tight. So there's a lot of variables, a lot of things you can mess up on this. But yeah, I'm gonna tighten this. I'm gonna get back to work. I wanted to check in with you guys, give you a video, let me know, let you guys know about the chaos that I'm dealing with. And this goes to show you that owning your own business is rewarding, but it's also stressful. There's a lot of chaos, there's a lot of problems you have to deal with. This is self-induced problems, but you just gotta be as flexible as possible, roll with the punches, and just keep going. And that's what I'm trying to do, as hard as that is right now. It's extremely hard. There's dump trucks running through. It's so freaking distracting right now. So I'm gonna get to it, guys. Hopefully you guys are having a good holiday season with Etsy. Keep at it. I'll be back soon to check in with you guys and let you know how it's going.